Imagine a country existing one day and completely vanishing the next. Nations that rose to prominence, flourished, and then disappeared faster than you could imagine. Today we're diving into the astonishing stories of 5 nations that collapsed in record time, some due to war, others due to politics, and a few due to sheer mismanagement. These are stories stranger than fiction, yet all of them are true. Our first nation is the Republic of Zaire, better known as Congo, during the 1960s. After decades under Belgian colonial rule, Congo gained its independence in 1960, and the world expected a bright new chapter for this resource-rich country. Instead, it quickly descended into chaos. Within just a year, the nation faced a series of military coups, political assassinations, and widespread civil unrest. Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba, a symbol of hope for many, was brutally killed, and the country fractured into rival factions. Foreign powers, including Belgium and the United States, secretly interfered, worsening the conflict. Economically, the country spiraled out of control. Mines were seized, trade routes disrupted, and millions of Congolese were plunged into poverty and famine. Leaders rose and fell like dominoes, and the dream of independence was overshadowed by bloodshed and corruption. From independence to near total collapse in just 12 months, the Republic of Zaire remains one of history's fastest political meltdowns, a stark reminder of how fragile newly formed nations can be. Next, we have the Confederate States of America. Formed in 1861 by 11 southern states seeking to secede from the United States, the Confederacy promised independence and self-determination for its members. But what followed was a brutal civil war that would determine the fate of the nation forever. Despite initial confidence, the Confederacy faced immense challenges: a lack of industrial infrastructure, limited resources, and the overwhelming military power of the Union. The economy collapsed under wartime strain. Cities were burned, and supply shortages left soldiers starving and poorly equipped. Leaders like Jefferson Davis struggled to maintain unity while internal dissent grew. By the end of the Civil War in 1865, the Confederacy had completely collapsed, its armies defeated, territories reclaimed, and political structures dissolved. In just 4 years, an entire nation ceased to exist. The Confederate States of America serves as a chilling example of how a nation can be born with ambition, only to vanish almost as quickly as it appeared. Number 3 is one of the lesser-known nations, the Republic of South Maluku, also called the Republic of the South Moluccas. In 1950, following Indonesia's independence from the Netherlands, leaders in the Maluku Islands declared their own independent republic, seeking autonomy and preserving their unique cultural identity. But the Indonesian government swiftly responded with military force. Within months, the fledgling nation was crushed. Its leaders were captured, many were executed or exiled, and thousands of civilians were displaced. Today, remnants of the Republic of South Maluku exist in exile communities, but the nation itself vanished almost as soon as it was declared. Its story highlights how a nation's survival depends not just on its people's will, but also on international recognition, military power, and political support. Sometimes the life of a nation can be shorter than a single presidential term. Number 4 is Gran Colombia, a nation that once encompassed modern-day Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama. Founded in 1819 by revolutionary leader Simón Bolívar, Gran Colombia was envisioned as a united federation of northern South America, free from Spanish rule. Initially, the union seemed promising, with Bolívar's vision of liberty and progress inspiring millions. Yet, the challenges of governing such a vast and diverse territory soon became apparent. Regional rivalries, economic disputes, and ideological differences tore the country apart. By 1831, Gran Colombia had dissolved into separate nations, each charting its own path. In just 12 years, a grand vision of unity vanished. Gran Colombia is a powerful example of how even the most ambitious nations can crumble if internal divisions are left unchecked. Finally, we come to the Kingdom of Hawaii, a tropical paradise that thrived as an independent monarchy for centuries. Under the rule of Queen Liliuokalani, Hawaii maintained its sovereignty and unique cultural identity. However, foreign influence, particularly from American businessmen with economic interests, grew rapidly in the late 19th century. In 1893, the Queen was overthrown in a coup, orchestrated by these businessmen with support from U.S. military forces. Just 5 years later, in 1898, Hawaii was annexed by the United States, ending its independence entirely. Once a thriving kingdom, Hawaii was absorbed into a foreign empire in a matter of years. From monarchy to annexation, the story of Hawaii demonstrates how external forces, combined with internal political instability, can bring even centuries-old nations to an abrupt end. These 5 nations, each unique in geography and culture, share one common thread. They vanished faster than most could comprehend. From political intrigue to war, from internal mismanagement to foreign interference, their stories remind us of the fragility of nationhood. Whether it's the violent chaos of Congo, the short-lived Confederacy, the crushed dream of South Maluku, the ambitious but doomed Gran Colombia, or the annexed kingdom of Hawaii, each collapse carries lessons for history and for the world today. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're fascinated by the rise and fall of nations, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the next video promises even more unbelievable tales from history. The world of vanished nations is full of surprises, and these stories show that even the strongest seeming countries can disappear almost overnight.